What makes you feel old as shit? Doctors are younger than me now. The fact that we're closer to 2050 than we are to 1995. Listening to Nirvana today is the same as listening to the Beatles in the 90s. I'm in my 30s doing an apprenticeship for a new career, and there's a kid in my class who was born the year before I graduated high school. I tried to pull something remotely similar to an all-nighter recently and got about 3 hours of sleep. I want to die. People who were born when I started college are starting college. Who is the most dangerous human alive right now? My dad eats mushrooms from his backyard and hoses out his toaster and hangs it by the cord on the washing line to dry. My mom has totaled around 5 cars. She's a terrible driver. Should NT even be on the road? If she's driving ill, say, "I'll take my car and meet you there." Probably somebody that nobody's ever heard of. Ronnie Pickering. My ass in these jeans. My 2-year-old wielding his plastic saxophone. If you can erase your memory of one TV show and rewatch it fresh, what would it be? Band of Brothers. True Detective Season 1 was some of the best filming and story ever. Everybody Loves Raymond. Except I wouldn't watch it again. Futurama. I'd love to marvel again at the pure brilliance of the box episode. Avatar. The Last Airbender. Severance or Better Call Saul. What's something that people don't understand until they experience themselves? Caring for an aging parent. I thought I understood, but I didn't. And my experience interacting with other people who haven't had to do this shows me that it's something very difficult to understand until you have done it. People say, the time comes when you have to parent your parent, but it isn't like that at all. When people get old, lose their faculties, and have some cognitive decline, not even dementia, we all decline as we age. They can very likely become completely different people in a lot of ways. Your parents can be the most generous, reasonable, easygoing, and empathic people all their lives until they start to decline. But age changes us all. How truly liberating financial freedom is to your daily life. Abusive relationships. I would never let X, Y, Z happen to me. We all start with that mindset, and the next thing you know, you've spent 3 years with someone, built a life, and you're being shoved against a wall wondering WTF you should do. Is being shoved against a wall is worth uprooting your life? It was just one time. They didn't mean it. They said sorry. It'll be hundreds, thousands of dollars to move. What about the kids? You still love them. Nah. One little shove isn't worth it. Homelessness. The loss of a loved one. I sure as fuck wasn't prepared to lose my dad. Who is though? No one teaches you that sort of thing. It just hit you when it hit you, and you go through it as best as you can. Chronic illness, disability, ADHD, poverty, severe dental pain, and, I'm guessing, childbirth. Which singer has the best voice in your opinion? Ella Fitzgerald. I am blown away by her skill every time I hear a new song of hers. There's a lot. She could sing literally anything and make it sound beautiful. Otis Redding. I've Got Dreams to Remember. Stunning. Bjork is a close second for me. Unison slays me. I adore Marvin Gaye. Karen Carpenter's voice was fantastic. Ann Wilson from Heart. That's a voice which has power and smoothness. I could, and do, listen to her voice all day long. Pavarotti had an absolutely amazing voice. People born before 1980. What are some obsolete household items or gadgets from your childhood that younger generations may not even recognize? Phone lines that you share with a few neighbors. It was called a party line. Don't confuse this with the party line of the 90s where people could in a talk with several strangers at one time. Mechanical address book. https://m.media-amazon.com/images/i/81 kekfugifml.jpg closing parenthesis. The VCR recording clicker to pause the recording during commercials. Single button with a long cord to the VCR. The switch on the back of the TV to let you use a video game. An actual carbon sheet that was placed between two sheets of paper to carbon copy the bottom paper from the top paper. A car phone. Like an entire corded telephone that plugged into the cigarette lighter. What is the saying, word that people get wrong and it drives you nuts? Had a friend who kept typing voila instead of voila, but it was hilarious. Saying weary when they mean wary. Nip it in the butt. Not quite, but okay. For all intensive purposes. Espresso. Irregardless. What is a good word for someone you've been with for over 10 years and not married instead of boyfriend, girlfriend? My uncle and aunt aren't married, they've been together for 28 years now and refer to each other as life partners. Stuck buddy. A one life stand. In New Zealand they are called your de facto spouse. Stalker that I like. Subscribe, my brothers.